Hi, I'm David Wilson, Executive Chef of Basil's in Tukwila, Washington. I'm here for Seattle Southside's Recipe of the Month. We're going to do our basil salmon, which is basically probably our most popular dish when we get guests in from all over the world. Tourism is very important to us. A lot of people, when they get here to the Northwest, they want to try the Northwest salmon. So that is one of our biggest selling dishes. So here we go. Okay, so today we're going to make our basil salmon. We have a nice piece of Pacific Northwest salmon. We go with about a 6-ounce size here. This one particularly came from Neah Bay, Washington, not too long ago. I'm going to hit it with a little pan spray. A little bit of our seasoning salt, which is basically just salt, pepper, kosher salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and parsley. And we're going to get some olive oil heated up in the pan so we get a nice sear on the salmon. Now while this is searing, we can go ahead and start on our quinoa. This is served with a mixed vegetable quinoa. Quinoa is an ancient grain, gaining a lot of popularity these days. Once again, we'll start out with just a little bit of olive oil. This is a nice, healthy, light dish. Once we get our oil hot in our pan for the quinoa, we will start out with some sliced red and green bell pepper, some red onion, some zucchini. We'll let that saute for just a little bit. We'll flip our salmon, let the skin crisp up on the other side for a little bit, and then it will get a little bit of vegetable stock. You can use chicken stock if you want. And then it will go in the oven at roughly about 425 for about 9-10 minutes, depending on your preference on how well you want it done. Here in the Northwest, a lot of times we like it medium or so. So it's all up to you on your preference. Okay, so now we got the skin crisped up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead, hit this with some veg stock, and this will go in our oven. So now we're sauteing our zucchini, bell peppers, and red onion. We can hit a little bit of asparagus in here. A little bit of diced tomato. This is diced Roma tomato. Doesn't really matter which tomato you're going to use. A little bit of seasoning salt. A little bit of garlic. Saute that for a little bit longer. Then we'll hit our quinoa in here that's already been pre-cooked. A little bit of veg stock. Let that reduce down a little bit, heat up the quinoa. A little bit of fresh basil, of course, seeing as the name of our restaurant is Basil's. So, of course, in one of our kind of signature dishes, we need to have a little bit of basil. Brings out the lightness and freshness and healthy flavors of all those veggies in the quinoa. Once our veg stock is almost reduced, we're going to add just a little bit of butter. You can't go wrong with a little bit of butter. I know we're doing healthy, but the fat in the butter will bring out a lot of the flavors around the mouth. Okay, and that's our mixed vegetable quinoa that's going to go down on the bottom of the plate. Okay, we've got our salmon out of the oven now. Once again, just a nice citrus compound butter on top to melt and give it a little glaze. This is a citrus basil compound butter. You can do a garlic butter, a lemon butter, any kind of butter that you want, any kind of compound butter. Gonna hit a little more veg stock in here. Plate up our salmon. And just a little bit of chopped Italian parsley on top, and we're good to go. So that's our basil salmon at Basil's Restaurant in Tukwila. Once again, Seattle Southside's recipe of the month. Come down and give us a try. We've got all kinds of great food, so show up and we'll take great care of you. Thanks to Seattle Southside for this.